audio. We're going to try to get just some of this in here. Some more evidence coming out that he was questioning Israel. Again, his right-hand man, a family, some close affiliates speaking out that he was shocked to find out that he was on the wrong side. That's what it looks like. So, I'm not going to be on TikTok for a while because they're going to try to get me. We're going to play another clip. I'm going to react. I got this far into it, 18 seconds, said let's go live, see if I can do it. I don't think it'll do it. Oh, shit. What the hell? Body language guy. I haven't seen this guy in a while. So I don't know what his views are. It's just going to be a naked reaction. I think I've seen a few of his older stuff. So I recognize that name. It's making me pick and choose to stream with a YouTube, even though clearly I did. Anyway, look at that. They're already trying to get the narrative out here. Yeah, I'll just let you read this fucker. That's all I'll talk. Right there. It's one of the top Google articles right now. Every time he spoke with Israel about, he'd be attacked by his Jewish donors and pro-Israel community, and it drove him crazy, recalled Walicki, whose Israel 365 organization has sought to shape a MAGA-friendly pro-Israel politics. Kirk, an evangelist Christian, told me, Kelly in August, that he was in being called an anti-Semite when I'm learning Bible Hebrew and writing a book on the Shabbat. Kirk was trying to hold his party together now in the wake of his death. The rise arguing private and public, on X, on podcast, and in anonymous comments on what Kirk really thought about Israel. Folks, when I spoke out and texted this weekend with prominent movement figures close to Kirk, hold on, make sure he's still good over here. Yeah. Hold on, shit. I barely heard those views. Each side seemed to sure the activists largely agree with them about the war in Gaza. The most extreme version of this debate over Kirk's views on Israel emerged with shocking velocity after his death in the form of groundless claims that he had been killed by the Israelis. Those baseless allegations went so viral so fast that Prime Minister Netanyahu was seen on Newsmax responding to them 2 days after the shooting. So Newsmax, you're fucked. Netanyahu also, without evidence, blamed radical Islamics and ultra-progressives for the assassination. Damn, he's clearly extraordinarily pro-Israel, but was feeling a lot of pressure from the Taliban's very online right. Said one prominent conservative figure who spoke to Kirk regularly and thought Vice President J.D. Vance broadcaster Tucker Carlson were important figures. Yeah, you see where it's going. You see where this is going. So they're gonna just, he was an anti-Semite anyways, it doesn't matter. So then later on they'll be like, well, the Israelis could have killed him. They did kill him. Well, he was an anti-Semite, like we said at the beginning. Wasn't that really of an anti-Semite until he died. Now he's an anti-Semite for sure. Yeah. So yeah, They're already trying to shape the narrative, folks. And Rabbi Powell talked hours before his death, saying that he was in a combative mood. Charlie Kirk was in high spirits and in a combative mood just before kicking off his American comeback tour at Utah Valley University. Said a rabbi friend who spoke to him for an hour before, who spoke to him for an hour the night before his death. This Rabbi Peace Walowicki, the same guy, 55 American-born clerk, was in Israel, met with Kirk on Zoom that night. He was excited to get back on the campus tour. He also spoke to Kirk before public appearances to advise him on how to defend Israel effectively. So there's his handler right there. That's his handler. We became good friends, calling the 31-year-old activist unbelievably courageous in the face of some UNSEE conservatives who were turning on Israel. That worried the heck out of him, said the rabbi. He held fast, and it wasn't easy. Often the people who challenged Kirk at events bombarded him with questions about Israel, according to Walowicki. Charlie was always seeking true information, said the rabbi of his evangelist Christian friend. He was always seeking true information. Another, in quotations here on the article. Hours before the firebrand was assassinated in Utah, the two met online to prepare for the smears against Israel he would inevitably face during his tour of college campuses. He was working out talking points, playing the role of devil advocate, pushing us on these issues, trying to sharpen the iron, said Wally. Not really, probably. He's probably really questioning it. Who specializes in Jewish-Christian relations. He was in combative mood, which is good. He was preparing for debates and attacks. Okay, I get how he's saying it. Charlie stood alone in a great extent of the whole UNSEE conservative world as far as being pro-Israel, the rabbi said, and his life would have been a whole lot easier if he wasn't. These are prominent people, actively working to get him to drop support for Israel on a daily basis in resistance. Now he's going to blame people like us for doing it. Here's the latest on the shooting. There we go. What this says. They're identifying this guy as the alleged, saying he allegedly admitted to it. He's the patsy. So you guys are in on it, please. If you don't realize that's the patsy. Robinson is suspected of a charge of aggravated murder along with state charges. Law enforcement confirmed that Robinson was living with a transgender roommate. Oh. That's crazy. Kirk, 31-year-old, 24 years old, crazy. You can't say American comeback tour while funded by Israel, who takes all our money and starves people like they did in Germany. Yeah. Only the Arizona Cardinals what they're doing this guy's funeral. Because he kissed the wall. I don't think it's going to work, but damn, this would have been a great video.
MJT made result hunter search engine for conservatives.